Okay. You know, guys, our country is being invaded. Our country is being invaded. South Africa, this is an invasion. Okay. Since I dropped my previous video, more and more illegal foreigners have entered South Africa. They haven't stopped entering South Africa. Okay. I'm about to play you a few clips right now. You're about to see it for yourselves. You're about to see it for yourselves just now. Okay. I'm not going to keep you today. I want to make this uh, episode of today very short. I'm not going to keep you guys. I'm not going to waste your time. I want you guys to see this for yourselves. Okay. I want you guys to see this for yourselves. We are being invaded. South Africa is being invaded, and that is a fact. We are being invaded. This is an invasion, of which we've been saying this for a long time. There are 30 million foreigners from Africa in South Africa. 30 million foreigners are in South Africa, just from the continent of Africa. And then we have these foreigners who are from Europe, who live in the Western Cape and the Eastern Cape. Okay. We've already investigated. There is a German community in the Eastern Cape. Okay. There is a German community in the Eastern Cape. A bunch of white people who don't know how to speak English. There is a German community in the Eastern Cape. So now, me and my organization, we are gonna go when we are building our military, right? When we are expanding our military, we will go to the Western Cape, and when we are there recruiting for our citizens' military, we will also quantify all the foreigners that come from Europe. Okay. We want to quantify how many actual European foreigners live in South Africa. Okay. We already know with African foreigners, there are 30 million and they are flocking in by the hundreds of thousands every day. What makes me upset, listen to me, South Africa, what makes me upset is we were saying this a long time ago. People on Facebook and the government literally argued it. They argued it and say, no, it's only 2 million. They argued it. So from 2017 until today, these people have been arguing it. Now we have cameras and we have now the borders, the BMA is bringing cameras, and all these organizations are now at the border with their cameras and they are seeing it for themselves. Okay. Now you're seeing it for yourself. Now it's not a rumor anymore. It's not a opinion anymore. Since this year has started, the number is reaching 7 million. Since this year has started. Since 2026 has started, what? We are in what? 2 weeks of 2026? In 2 weeks of 2026, the influx number is reaching 7 million. Okay. After denying it for almost 10 years. Now, the reason why you guys must note this, and we are going to talk about it, the reason why we're going to talk about this is very important. The reason why the government has been denying this is to allow these people to enter into South Africa and then give their friend tenders. Because now we are at a point where they want to give their friend tenders. I know as a matter of fact that Johan Rupert's company is providing these drones. If the BMA is using special drones, Johan Rupert's company is providing these drones. I know that as a matter of fact. We've done the investigation. I know that I'm not gonna say allegedly. I know that as a matter of fact, one of Johan Rupert's companies is providing these drones that the BMA is using today. Okay. This was allowed, is my point. And the BMA is understaffed. The BMA is understaffed because they were only expecting 50,000 of these people every day. Well, the actual number is 750,000 every day, and the BMA is understaffed. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm about to let me play this video right now, guys. I'm gonna play this video. You guys will see it for yourselves. In the meantime, I need you guys to click on the like button, like this video. Okay, like this video. You come here to get exclusive content. Okay, you come here to get exclusive content. Like this video and then hit the click. You must go up and click on the notification bell. It's very important. Like this video and then click on the notification bell. Okay, here's why. I am dropping this video in 5 hours. Okay, I'm dropping this video in 5 hours. I'm dropping this video in 5 hours to explain the whole thing with the United States and this whole mesh of the United States versus South Africa and the United States versus the whole world. I'm about to drop, I'm giving you evidence, okay? The real issues that are happening. I'm about to drop this video, the US versus the curse of South Africa. I'm dropping it in 5 hours, guys. You guys need to watch this video. It's very important. Okay, let's go back to these guys.
The Beitbridge border post has started recording high volumes of travelers heading to South Africa from Zimbabwe. Frustration crept in for those who spent hours in the queues before being cleared.
No, the traveling from where we are coming, it is well. Just the problem is here in the border. Yes, the things in border here, they are going very slowly. And they're harassing us, the authority of South Africa. They're harassing the citizens. They are calling us names. And look at all this place full. And other borders, just you arrive, they stamp you, and you come out. Just they don't want people to be in bulk there. So we don't know what's going on right now in South Africa.
Kodwa masifika ngapha amabhasi aphezulu ebridge. So iSouth Africa ngibona ukuthi ingaguqula, maybe iyenze like before ukuthi iyafaka ama caravan okugcobisela abantu phandle. I think yiko kungasolveka ukuthi kona kube safe ebantwini. Ngoba ungabheka manje silabantwana from izolo abakadli lutho.
No, I'm not happy. The situation here is not good at all. We are suffering. We have been here for over 3 hours now, but no action, no movement. We don't know where or when are we going to be saved here. Things were supposed to be very slow, but not this situation. Since the time we got here, there is no movement. So that's the sign that shows that there is nothing which is happening right now. We are just seated.
The Border Management Authority says there's no crisis and there's no possibility of them changing their strategy to accommodate the huge number of travelers.
If you were to look at our...
Now, Scudder, good afternoon to you. We all know the problems on that border. What problems is the BMA having with this fence?
Good afternoon to you, Stephen, and to our viewers. It's funny that you say we all know about the problems, but what are the solutions? What is government saying? The BMA, however, which is on the ground here with us, who have been patrolling with us, Stephen, say this fence is the problem, or at least where there is or seems to be a fencing. Stephen, on my left-hand side, I'll show you, it's... this fence was erected, they tell me, during the apartheid era. Now, this extends for about 20 kilometers from the west of the Beitbridge border. Now, in my front, where I am walking to right now, this is the new fence, which costs government or the taxpayer 37 million rands, and it extends for 20 kilometers from the west, going that side, and 20 kilometers, some further 20 kilometers from the border as well, towards a railway to further on. 40 kilometers, which was constructed of this fence at the cost of 37 million.
Whoa. Did this man just say, okay, wait, whoa. This barbed wire was a government tender for 38 or 37 million rand. Did this man just say that? Did he just say that, or is it me? Did this man just say 37 million rand or 37,000 rand? Is it me, or am I hearing things?
And Stephen, and yet we still sit with this problem. And this is causing a major headache for the BMA, who's saying this is causing a major headache further on. 40 kilometers, which was constructed of this fence at the cost of 37 million rand, Stephen, and yet we still sit with this problem. And this is causing a major headache for the BMA, who's saying this, as you can see, is a passageway. And this is where one of the tracks or one of the entrances for illegal immigrants. Over 600, Stephen, illegal immigrants have been arrested on the South African side of the Beitbridge since the 1st of January. So it's causing major headache for them. But what is the solution? We were told when this was erected in 2020 that it was unfit for purpose, Stephen. And we've had oversight committees. Parliament was here. SCOPA was here. And the Oversight Committee on Defence visited this area. Everybody agrees that this fence is a problem and causing a headache for law enforcement in South African side. But what has been the solution? And I remember, Stephen, in 2023, the then Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure saying that they are looking at long-term solution for the porous border fences of the country, all 52 of them. But this at Beitbridge posed a heavy burden on law enforcement here. It still poses a heavy burden, Stephen. And the question has to be asked, year after year, Stephen, we visit this border to monitor traffic from South Africa going to our neighboring countries, and which is the exit leg and the return leg. But we find ourselves now, some of the stories we don't cover, it's these problems that are faced here. I mean, a short while ago, Stephen, we were just 15 kilometers from where I am. Unfortunately, there's no cell phone signal where we were. And what we noticed, Stephen, was that there was a truck loading on the Zimbabwean side across the Limpopo River. We noticed that they were carrying quite heavy items, and which signaled, Stephen, that the items were perhaps from South African side, and they boarded a boat across to the Zimbabwean side. So the BMA says, look, we've got boots on the ground, but are they sufficient? Are they being overwhelmed? That is the biggest problem. So earlier on, I sent a message to the Public Works Department, and I wanted to find out as to what are measures being put, or what are the plans to curb this problem that we have here. And listen to what the response they gave me. They said, I think it would be best to speak to the Department of Home Affairs as they allocate funding to us in order to carry new infrastructure. So they referred our inquiry to the Home Affairs Department. But it is known, Stephen, that infrastructure and government buildings such as this is taken care of the Public Works Department. So they're passing the buck. So will we have solutions to the problems that are faced here and on a daily basis? And another thing that the BMA says is that they can apprehend through their surveillance and the use of their drones. They see some movements on the South African side, they apprehend them, and they end up being deported back to their countries. But they see familiar faces. They see the same faces being crossing the border again tomorrow. So they need their counterparts on the other side, which now is Zimbabwe, to assist them in terms of law enforcement, their side. So that is the current situation here at the Beitbridge border post, and not far from where we are, as you see the gentlemen from the BMA who have been patrolling with us across the border. And I must say, we have noticed some people called Goma-Gomas who are spotters, for a lack of a better word. So what they do, they come into the bushes, they monitor movements of the BMA and the SANDF, and they facilitate the movement of people crossing across the river and making their way to South Africa. And some instances assisting them until they get to the neighboring town, which is Messina. So it's posing a very, very difficulties on the BMA to try manage some of this problem that's faced here. And lastly, Stephen, is that the BMA tells us that there's little they can do regarding this fence. They're actually not even supposed to allowed to touch this fence, as it's another agency of government which must take care of such problems which sit with us here, Stephen.
Skara, thank you so much for that. Skara Mafokwane giving a fantastic explanation there of some of the